Today we feature 6 cracking Rolex watches for you to enjoy. So if you're thinking about buying something for yourself, perhaps someone else in the lead up to Christmas, then stay tuned. I think you'll enjoy these watches. However, before we start today's video looking at these lovely watches, I've chosen to wear one of my own and favorite watches that's been in the family for a long time. I have to admit it, it's one I kind of nicked off my wife because she'd stopped wearing it. And I think you may have seen this one before, but I just love this watch. This is the Cartier Santos Ronde. It's a lovely old watch, I think from the late 1990s, in 18 karat yellow gold. I've got the same sort of wedding ring as well, and I love it. And it's tiny, it's about 34 mil, but you know what? It is what it is. It's kind of vintage, it's kind of period. And although I've got an 8-inch wrist, it kind of somehow still works. And there's just something very, very nice about that watch. Okay, we're not here to talk about Cartier. We're here to talk about Rolex. Okay, so where do we start? Perhaps something refreshing as that, perhaps giving you a clue, maybe something you may drink. Yeah, good guess. It is a Rolex GMT Master, affectionately known as the Pepsi. And this is one of 2 watches we have just taken into stock. In fact, it's a 2022 GMT Master, lovely blue and red there, and you can see here fitted onto the Oyster bracelet. We've also got coming up in our next video a 2021 on the Jubilee bracelet. Again, that one is unworn too. Oh, I love this watch. I think the blue and the red is just a lovely color combination. I had a vintage one until a couple of years ago, and it went off as a lovely gift that someone bought for their husband for their 40th birthday. And what was so special about that is he was a pilot, and that watch is now traveling the world and keeping great company with his other Pepsis too. But this is the very, very latest one. This features the new movement with a 70-hour power reserve, and the model number on this one is the 126710 BLRO. So the GMT Master, well, it's been around since the 1950s, a very, very popular watch. It's a watch designed by Rolex for those that travel the world, particularly pilots that wanted to have a dual time zone. And as you can see here, just down at the 7 o'clock, you have this red additional hand there, allowing you to have the ability to read 2 time zones. You have, of course, the date function there too, with the 2.5 times magnification there on top. Lovely big lume on the hour hands there, and the bezel here, the ceramic insert, is blue and red, so it replaces that classic aluminium bezel you had years ago. Very, very wearable watch, 40mm case size. It's made out of stainless steel, 904 L grade stainless steel, and that's all manufactured in-house. It's one you can wear for all occasions. It takes you down to 100 meters, and the crown here screws into the side of the case as well. Aside from that, on the side of the case there, you can see it has that polished look to it there, and the rest of it is that sort of satinized look across the front there. The bracelet on it is the classic Oyster bracelet there, and you can see it has that brushed satinized look on the outside edges, and then the polished center links through the middle. They are scratch magnets. There's nothing you can do about it. You just need to wear this watch and enjoy every second of your time with this watch, because it is an absolute beauty. You can see here it has the deployment clasp there with that Rolex logo on it there, and it features the Easy Link function there too, which I'm sure you've heard me talk about many times before, where you simply just pull and you get an extra half link there, just enough to give you space on the wrist. And worthwhile just mentioning, we did a video recently where we showed you how the Easy Link function works and also how to adjust your bracelet. So let's pop this one on. It's cracking. I think if I were going out to buy a think if Santa said to me, "You've been a good boy this year, Jonathan, go and choose a stainless steel watch," what would it be? God, it would probably be a ceramic Daytona or one of these. I think a Pepsi. I think they would definitely be in my collection. And you can just bring it up to camera there. You can see very, very slim. Just a really, really good all-rounder. Now, unfortunately, these watches are thousands of pounds over list price, but they're also thousands of pounds less than they were a few months ago. So the market has changed. Prices are coming down, so they are now better value than they were before. And I think if you want a GMT Master, that's, you're going to have to pay a little bit more to get it, because there are massive wait lists for these watches. But it's very much now is the time to be enjoyed. And again, what a lovely gift to give a loved one at Christmas. So let's go for the GMT Master on to the Rolex Datejust. And the Datejust we're going to show you here today is the 41mm. It's the 126-300 with this beautiful blue dial. Now you'll probably know, if you watched enough of our videos, I'm very biased to blue. It is my favorite color, and it probably is the color I would choose, but it works so well here. And blue is one of the most desirable dials within the range now, really just topped probably by the Wimbledon dial. But this here, a lovely dark blue with the index hour markers, giving you a very good nighttime reading on it there. Very, very classic looking Datejust. This particular one here has the domed bezel on it. We have also, just for your information, taken in a 2019 version of this with a fluted bezel, and that's the 126-334. That's just away having some TLC just now, but that'll be back very, very soon. This has the new movement in it as well. So again, that's 70-hour power reserve, bit more resistance to shock and magnetism, lovely date function there, and a lovely big power reserve of 70 hours on it. But a really, really good all-round watch, and sadly one you won't see in the stores. As you'll know, the Rolex dealers, they've got really nothing in stock readily available. This is a 2022 unworn watch, so again, available now. While we're shooting these videos, of course, we're selling watches through the week, so please just go and check the website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk. If the watch is on the website, it should be available. And remember, we've also got finance facilities through Navuna, and we've got credit card facilities too. So if we can help you sort of spread the cost over the next, between 12 and 60 months, then we're delighted to have a chat with you and see how we can help. But yeah, really, really nice, straightforward 41mm Datejust, just the perfect watch for a gentleman to wear. So we'll go now back on to another sports watch, and this one we have here again. This is another unworn watch, 2022, and it is the latest version of the Rolex Submariner date. The model number of this one is the 126613LB, and to those watch enthusiasts, you will recognize instantly as the Bluesy. So this model has been out since the 1990s. A really, really popular watch within the Rolex Sport collection. Originally, the color set, steel and gold, blue dial, well, that's how it started off. And then in 2010, they introduced the ceramic bezel to it, with again keeping that 40mm case size. But in late 2020, around about September time, they introduced the 41mm case size. So very, very small change in case size, but more importantly, they put a new movement in it. And that's that movement you often hear me speaking about, the one that has the 70-hour power reserve and the more resistance to shock and magnetism, and just a lovely, lovely watch. The dial changed slightly in that the writing on it used to be in gold, it's now white. Both really nice. I think this would be my preference. It just feels really, really crisp. And with a sunburst blue dial, the whole thing works very well. Very, very popular summer watch, but one that can be worn really for all occasions. So again, 904L grade stainless steel, solid 18 karat yellow gold, the bezel there in 18 karat yellow gold, the crown in gold, and then the solid links. You can see here running through the bracelet with a brushed stainless steel on the outside, the deployant clasp there, and then the ability very easily to just pull this and slide just to get it right for you, and then just push it back in again. The Submariner, despite it being a dive watch, that will go down to 1,000 foot, it is also a watch that is very, very comfortable to wear. It's very, very slim on the wrist. Just look at that color. Absolutely lovely. I think the camera really shows that watch off well, but it's even better when you see it in the daylight. And again, very, very slim on the wrist too. So I think that takes a bit of beating. Prices, again, a little bit more than a stainless steel new, but they aren't carrying the sort of premiums that the stainless steel watches do. So I think, this is probably only going to be slightly more expensive than what you'd have to pay for a stainless steel one on the sort of, the aftermarket. But in many ways, you're getting a lot more value for money being in stainless steel and gold. So we're now going to go and show you the daddy of the Rolex YachtMaster collection. This watch we have here is lovely. It's a Rolex YachtMaster II, and as you'll see here, it's finished in solid 18 karat yellow gold. And wow, it is quite something special. So you can see there that it has the triangle at the top of the dial, so it's the latest version. I think this one is about 2019, but please just go and check it on the website for all the information on it. But it is an absolute looker. It's not a quiet watch to wear. It is something that really does stand out, but my God, it's nice. And the YachtMaster II is, say, a 44mm case, and you can get it in stainless steel, you can get it in steel and Everose gold, you can get it in white gold, and here in yellow gold. Lovely, lovely, lovely watch. And I think we've got this one pretty fairly priced, really, compared to others on the market. And again, very much being mindful of how prices have come down a little bit, but a lovely watch. And of course, this watch was designed for those yachting. So this has the regatta function in it, allowing you to set a countdown before the start of the race. Now, I'm not sure how many people buying this watch will wear it for that, but it can do it. Aside from that, it's waterproof to 100 meters. So this is one not to leave at the poolside, but go and jump in the pool and enjoy it. You can see it has here the ceramic insert onto the bezel with the YachtMaster engraved in gold there, and a solid gold bezel as well. And yeah, it's absolutely lovely. It is in absolutely pristine condition. We sold this watch back in 2019 as an unworn watch to a lovely local customer, and then the watch has come back in again, and the opportunity for us to find it a new home. So I'll show you on the wrist here. Just perfect for my muckle 8-inch wrist there, and look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. Sorry if you see me keep looking down there, I'm just looking at a monitor here because I want to just make sure I'm allowing you to see all the best angles of the watch. But oyster bracelet again with the easy link function there, polished center links, and just lovely, something nice to have on your yacht. And we're going to stay with the YachtMaster just now because we have just got in the 40mm one in stainless steel and platinum. And you may remember I had one of these myself for some time, and I loved this watch. I took the bracelet off it, I put it on a blue rubber bead strap, and it was absolutely lovely. But that was the older model. This, in fact, is the new model. When I say new model, it has a very familiar look and feel, but it has the new movement in it, which again is a fairly common theme, what Rolex have applied to many of their models across the range now. So again, this is the 12622. So it's got that new larger power reserve, more accurate movement, sort of 2 seconds per day accuracy. But aside from what's the inside of it, just look at the dial. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'd probably go as far as saying that out of all the blues in the Rolex range, from Datejust to Sky Dweller to you know, Daytonas of the past. I think this is probably one of the nicest shades of blue. And you've got that red second hand and the red writing for YachtMaster there. It just works so well. Now the bezel here is solid platinum and it rotates bidirectionally. The movement in this is an automatic chronometer movement, as I say, with 70 hours of power reserve. The lume on the dial, again, they're quite big plots you'll see there. So again, that really does make a difference when you're reading this watch at night time. Aside from the platinum bezel, the rest of the watch is all 904L grade stainless steel. The crown does screw into the side of the case there, so that's ensured it's going to be waterproof down to 100 meters for you. The YachtMaster, I think, is a lovely slim watch, and it's also a very, very comfortable watch to wear in that on the side of the lugs there, on the side of the case, it's slightly more rounded than it would be on a YachtMaster. It doesn't feel quite as sharp as a Submariner, as an example, so it's an exceptionally comfortable watch to wear. And then here it has the oyster bracelet, and you can see there with the polished center links and the Easy Link clasp. But yeah, I think it's a lovely looking watch. And you know, we've got this one, I think at, is it 13,250 or something like that on the website, something around about that price, which is kind of less than you perhaps pay for a new sub date on the aftermarket. And I think it's a bit different. I think it looks really lovely. Traditionally, I guess a gent's watch, but there's no reason why a lady wanting a larger watch couldn't wear this. But just look how slim it is. It's absolutely lovely. So I think that's one of my absolute all-time favorites. And yeah, it's really nice to get this unworn piece back in again. So that might just be something to consider. So we now come to our last watch, and wow, what a watch to finish on. And this is going to be a very, very big Christmas gift to give someone, but you know, you can't take it with you, so why not? Look at this, the Rolex Daytona. I think the pictures do the speaking. I don't need to say too much about this. It's absolutely gorgeous. We got this watch. This was bought in 2015. It has been very, very lightly worn, just one owner from new, in solid 18 karat ever rose gold. You'll see here it has the black dial with the pink sub dials. The Daytona, of course, a watch brought out by Rolex many, many years ago as a watch linked to motorsport, made famous by Paul Newman. Does it get much better than this? Maybe the platinum one? This is lovely. Now, I guess this is a gent's watch, but I've seen many, many ladies rocking this watch too. So very much probably a unisex size now. Although it's 40 mil, it's quite a slim watch to wear. And of course the bracelet can easily be adjusted down. So while there may be some ladies watching this thinking, well, that would be a lovely gift for my husband, maybe a husband looking to buy their wife a gift too. And of course, ever rose gold is a very, very much in vogue color these days. And it is lovely. So an automatic movement, around about 70 hour power reserve, which is pretty decent. You've got the chronograph function there, the sub dials there, no date to worry about on it here. The tachymeter here, again, all in solid gold, and then mounted here onto the oyster bracelet there. You can see with the polished center links in it. And it is just, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it? It's really lovely, really, really nice. And I'll put it on the wrist here so you can see. Gosh, that feels nice on. Beautiful. Rolex Daytona. I think you can probably see and hear how I feel about this watch. I just love a Daytona. Give me a big check and I'd go and buy all the models. Steel, gold, platinum. I think they're just gorgeous. Lovely watches. You can see they're super slim on the wrist, but it's lovely. So there we are. That's our Rolex Daytona. That is the last of our 6 Rolexes to share with you in our lead up to Christmas. Another video coming out next Friday with more watches to see to. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Please go and check out the website, edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk. If you've enjoyed today's video, give us a thumbs up. Like usual, like and subscribe. Come back and see us next Friday. Bye-bye.